So how do you do word problems that involve dividing fractions? Well, the key to it is really just to know what is being split. So when you read each problem, your goal is to visualize what's occurring and figure out which of the quantities is being split by the other. So here's an example. A pizza is cut into slices that are each 1/6 of the whole. John is going to eat half of the whole pizza. How many slices will John eat? So if you think about this quickly, and you had a pizza, you have your whole pizza, it says that it's cut into slices that are 1/6 of the whole. So that's going to be essentially 3 here and 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Now, if John is going to eat half of the pizza, we know half is the top portion, but that half is being eaten in 1/6 pieces, which means that he's going to eat 1/2. So the quantity that's being split is 1/2. It's being split up into 1/6 pieces. So the 1/2 is being split into 1/6, which means I'm going to solve this problem by doing 1/2 divided up into 1/6 pieces. So, how many slices will John eat? If I take this half and I divide it up into 1/6, I'll know how many slices I'm going to eat. To divide fractions, I'm going to keep, change, and flip. I keep 1/2, so that's 1/2. Division is changed to multiplication, and 1/6 is flipped to be 6/1. Multiply across. 1 times 6 is 6, and 2 times 1 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So ultimately, John is going to eat 3 slices of pizza. Now, you could have seen that visually once you understood what was occurring, but the key is figure out what's being split and make that the numerator or the number that you are going to divide. So the answer is 3. Let's try another one. Anna drinks chocolate milk out of glasses that each hold 1/8 of a liter. She has 3/4 of a liter of chocolate milk in her refrigerator. So, how many glasses of chocolate milk can she pour? So we're going to look and say what is being split. All right, so you have the glasses are 1/8 of a liter. Well, are the glasses being split? No, because she has 3/4 of a liter of chocolate milk, and that's going to be poured. So if I was to draw it, so here's a liter of chocolate milk, and if it was 3/4 of the liter, let's say that'd be about right here. So here's the chocolate milk. I'm going to pour the chocolate milk out into the glass. So I'm splitting up the chocolate milk into the glass. So I'm going to split the chocolate milk up into 1/8 pieces or portions. So that means that I'm going to split 3/4 up into 1/8 portions. So that means now I keep change and flip. 3/4 times 8/1. And so now I'm going to multiply across. 3 times 8 is 24. 24/4, because 4 times 1 is 4. And 24 divided by 4 gives you 6. That means that I can get 6 glasses of chocolate milk from the 3/4 liter of chocolate milk. A turtle can walk half a kilometer in an hour. The turtle is 5/6 of a kilometer away from a pond. At this speed, how long will it take the turtle to reach the pond? So again, what's being split? So so a turtle can walk 1/8 of a kilometer. That's the speed. So that's not being split. 1/8 of a kilometer is the speed. But the distance that the turtle needs to walk is 5/6 of a kilometer. Because again, if I have my turtle and my turtle is walking, the total distance is supposed to be 5/6 of a kilometer, but I'm splitting it up into 1/12 of a kilometer every hour. Now, I'm not sure if this is accurate. I'm just showing you that each of these will be 1/12. I'm not sure how many 1/12 there would be, but this is what's happening. An hour passes, and 1/12 is covered. Another hour passes, another 1/12, and so you're continuing in that way. So what math are you doing? You're splitting the distance of 5/6 up into 1/12 portions. So 5/6 divided by 1/12 is how you would answer the question. So I keep, change, and flip. 5/6. Division is changed to multiplication. 1/12 is flipped to be 12/1. Multiply across. 5 times 12 is 60/6, because 6 times 1 is 6, and 60 divided by 6 gives me 10. So my final answer would be, at this speed, it would take me 10 hours to walk 5/6 of a kilometer. Or the turtle would take 10 hours. A piano teacher has 4.5 hours available to teach in a night. Each lesson will last for an hour and a half. How many lessons can the teacher schedule in a night? So I have 4.5 hours are available. Each lesson is 1.5 hours. So if I think about it, I have the professor. So here's the professor at the piano. So if I have the professor at the piano, this person plans on being at the piano for 4.5 hours. But every hour and a half, another student is going to sit down. So 1.5, 1.5, and we're not sure how many 1.5s it could be. But what we know is that the 4.5 is going to be split into 1.5 hour pieces. So that means we're supposed to do 4.5 divided by 1 1/2. How do I continue? I need to make these improper fractions first. So I do 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9/2. I'm going to keep my division for now and convert 1 and 1.5. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is going to give you 3. So that's 3/2, because I keep my denominator. So now I'm going to keep, change, and flip. So that's 9/2 is multiplied by 2/3. Multiply across. 9 times 2 is 18 over 2 times 3, which is 6. So 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. So I could do 3 students in 4.5 hours. Or this teacher could teach 3 students in 4.5 hours. A 13.5 kilometer stretch of road needs repairs. Workers can repair 2.25 kilometers of road per week. How many weeks will it take to repair the stretch of road? So the stretch of road is what's being repaired. How much road is there? 13.5 kilometers. So here's my road. And I'm going to do, so the road is 13.5 kilometers. And every week I'm going to do 2 1/4. 2 1/4. I'm not sure how many of them it would be, but I do know that the road is what's being split. So 13 1/2 is being split into 2 1/4 segments. So I need to first convert these to improper fractions. So 13 times 2 is 26, and 26 plus 1 is 27 over 2 divided by 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's 9 over 4. Keep, change, and flip. 27 over 2 times 4 over 9. 27 times 4 is going to be 80 plus 28. So that's 108. And 9 times 2 is 18. So we're looking for 108 divided by 18. And since I have my calculator out, let's just double check. 27 times 4 is 108. And it's 108 divided by 18. And that's 6. So it would take 6 weeks to complete the road at a rate of 2 1/4 kilometer of road per week. So let's do this last one. Marcus is picking songs to play during a slideshow. The songs are each 3 1/2 minutes long. The slideshow is 31 1/2 minutes long. How many songs will play in the slideshow? Okay, well, what's being split? You have a total amount of minutes being 31 1/2 minutes for all the slides to play. So you have to split the slideshow up into pieces to put the songs in each slide. So that means that 31 1/2, so again, if this is the entire time of the presentation, the entire time would be 31 1/2 minutes long. So 31 1/2 minutes long, and that's made up of 3 1/2 pieces. So we're trying to find out how many of the 3 1/2 pieces would fit in the 31 1/2 minute song. So you're going to divide the 31 1/2, which means to split it up into 3 1/2 portions. So I need to convert to improper fractions. So times 2. 31 times 2 is 62, plus 1 is 63. So 63 over 2. I'm going to divide that by 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So that's 7 over 2. Then I'm going to keep, change, and flip. So 63 over 2 times 2 over 7. Multiply across. 63 times 2 is going to be 126. And 2 times 7 is 14. So 126 divided by 14. That's going to give me 9. So altogether, I would expect to be able to put 9 songs into this slideshow. So that's it. If you identify what's being split in the problem, you use that as the numerator or the first term in your division problem, and you divide by the other term, the other quantity, and once you're done with that, you use the rules for dividing fractions as necessary, since that's what this skill is about, and you're done. So hope this helps. Practice until you're proficient with it. Let's get it done.